you ever noticed this? You're sitting by the beach, watching the sun slowly melt into the horizon. The sky changes the color, the waves move at their own pace, and suddenly, without warning, your heart feels lighter. Nothing urgent, nothing pressing, just a deep sense of fullness. In that moment, it feels like nothing else matters. Not the deadlines, not the to do lists, not the noise. Just you and the quiet beauty of slowing down. And yet, moments like these are rare. Not because they don't exist, but because we rarely slow down enough to notice them. Welcome back to Unversed, and this is your host Swati Shinoy. I'm so glad you're here, slowing down, breathing a little deeper, and letting one simple word open something inside you. Today's word is slowing. Most of us are always rushing through our lives, through our days, through our time. We move from one task to the another, one responsibility to the next, believing that speed is the only way forward. Somewhere along the line, we forget to look around and truly enjoy the life we are working so hard to build. Slowing down almost feels impossible or irresponsible, as if pausing means falling back. But what if the opposite is true? Let me share something personal. I've been an avid reader. My lifelong love for books began with Anne Blyton, and if you know, you know. The Five Find Outers with Dogs series that had my heart. Later came the R Mysteries, also known as the Barney Mysteries. I owned a few, read them cover to cover, and then, as we say, life moved on. Years passed, and many years later, long after I technically outgrown those books, I felt an unexpected pull to read them again. Nostalgia? Maybe. Comfort? Definitely. I tried searching for PDFs, hoping to relive that joy, but something felt incomplete. Then one lazy Saturday, I slowed down. No plans, no rush, just wandering into my room. My eyes landed on my bookshelf, and there they were, my new books, the very ones I had been searching for and I wanted to read it for so long. Turns out my mother had bought them for me a week earlier, and I hadn't noticed. Not because they weren't there, but because I wasn't present. And that's the thing about life. It took me slowing down to finally see what was already waiting for me. So much beauty already exists around us, quietly, patiently, waiting to be noticed. But we miss it when we are constantly rushing toward the next thing. How many small, beautiful moments slip by unnoticed? How many conversations half heard? How many sunsets unseen? How many changes in our neighborhood, in our relationships, in ourselves simply missed? Sometimes growth doesn't come from learning more, but from unlearning what we think we know, unlearning the belief that faster is better, unlearning the idea that busyness equals importance, unlearning the pressure to be always on. Slowing down creates space, not just in our schedule, but in our minds and heart. We are often taught that running harder is the only way to reach our goals, but in that race, we lose touch with what actually matters. How often do we pause to enjoy the view, to notice the flower budding, to witness the quiet shifts happening in our lives? How many personal moments have we missed? Birthdays, conversations, emotions, just because we were busy fulfilling expectations instead of living our own lives. Slowing down doesn't mean giving up. It means becoming aware. Aware of our surroundings, our own needs and what truly adds value to our life. One of the simplest ways to slow down is this: focus on essentials. Let go of the noise, the unnecessary societal pressures, and the endless comparisons. Ask yourself, what actually matters to me? What do I want to make space for? What deserves my time and energy? Write it down, honor it, move through life with intention and not urgency. Because when we are slowing, life doesn't shrink, it just expands more. We begin to notice what was already there. We begin to feel what we were too busy to feel. And we begin to live instead of just rushing through it. One word, one thought, one pause. Today's word was slowing, the strength of moving with intention. Thank you for slowing down with me today. And that's it for today's episode. I'll see you in the next one. Hope I'm leaving you with a spark of curiosity, a dash of inspiration, and a lot to think about. Merry Christmas and have a great New Year ahead. If this episode resonates with you, take a moment, just one. Slow down and notice something beautiful around you today. Sometimes that's all it takes to feel whole again. Thanks to Abigail D'Souza for this beautiful guitar score for the podcast, and thank you to everyone for tuning in. Until then, stay curious, stay gentle, and take out time to intentionally slow down. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.